I recently saw a video commenting on millennials by Alexis Bloomer. This video, of course, has gone viral, and I'm sure a lot of us have already seen it. In it, Alexis talks about entitled millennials and how they expect low effort or no effort and high rewards. The joke is that by staying home with mom and dad, they'll become millionaires. I wanted to put some context around this because I don't think you can have this discussion with talking about the environment that millennials live in, that all of us live in. If millennials are so entitled, selfish, and unwilling to take blame or responsibility, I ask, who taught them these ethics and morals? Some would argue that it's their parents. By purchasing them every Nintendo, motorcycle, fashion item, and keeping food on their table, literally leaving them wanting for nothing, some would argue that these parents have taught their children, the millennials, that everything shows up on their doorstep with no effort. Others would argue that video games, instant gratification, removes the incentive to invest in hard work, time or labor, or any effort. Because with a little bit of fun, you could be rewarded with a dump of endorphins equal to a reward for years of hard work. Some might even posit that having watched their parents be fired from their jobs that their parents put hard work, blood, sweat, and tears into, only to end up with things like worthless Enron stock, or bankrupt companies, or corporate structures that have raided retirement funds, leaving these hardworking people with nothing, that the millennials have learned. I'd say that millennials are very smart. They've been watching. They know hard work is something that gets taken advantage of and others benefit from. They realize that unlike in the years before, it's not a game where hard work is rewarded. They feel that the game is rigged and they refuse to play. They live in a world where my parents, their parents, mortgaged the world and left the furnace on with the knowledge that the debt they piled on will be put on the doorstep of their children and themselves for decades, maybe centuries to come. To simply blame millennials wholesale leaves out the context and the story about why millennials make the choices that they do. I may not agree with Alexis, but I think the true story behind her video is much deeper than the millennials. We have to look at the world today and ask, why is it possible for a whole generation to simply choose not to participate? And I say the millennials are teaching all of us a lesson, something that we should heed, and perhaps is more important than global warming. And that lesson is we all need to take a hard look at what we can do in all of our lives to change the current environment. We don't have the answers, just the questions, or at least I don't. I hope that people smarter than I will take this viral millennial rampage upon themselves to look deeper than just a scapegoat. Thanks for listening.